Hello and happy Thursday, everybody. I don't know. It looks like there's 0 people here, so I will wait and see who else comes in. But I hope you are enjoying your Thursday so far. My name is Tasha. If you're watching this for the very first time, um, I am a wife and mother. I host Mind Your Money. I talk about budgeting. I talk about managing money and saving money. And um, I'm all about keeping things as simple and as easy as possible, but staying positive, staying faith based on your journey, not allowing life's ups and downs to knock you off course. um, I want to encourage people to stay the course on their journey. Um, and of course, I am a real wife and mother, so I have a whole list of things that I need to do, and I have been doing since the day started. So just know that it may not look perfect on from where you're sitting because I didn't set up my lights because I've been doing a lot, but I am here as a friend. I am not a licensed financial professional. I am a licensed insurance agent in the state of New York, so I may talk about from time to time insurance benefits while you're on your journey, but I am not a financial advisor. I'm just a friend who is here to share her thoughts, her opinions, and hopefully motivate you to stay on your journey, stay the course. So I want to take the time to say hey to Desiree, who showed up early. Shout out to you. And Tara is here from Journey to Wisdom and Wealth. Hello. Hello. How are you? I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Since this is a lunchtime live, let me know what you're eating for lunch. This is what I'm eating. It is a bacon Caesar supreme salad with grilled chicken. That's what I'm going to be eating today. Today's live is talking about writing your vision for your life and your money. Um, I know that money isn't everything, as people say, but you can't live without money. So it does directly affect how you live your life. And I think it is extremely important to be clear when you're expressing your vision. The Bible does say, write the vision and make it plain. Write it on tablets, write it on a sheet of paper. And I'm going to share with you some places, some things that I've created that can help you with writing down your vision, like literally taking a pen and a book, writing the vision and making it plain so that you can understand where you're going and you can quantify it, meaning giving your goals, giving your vision for your life, the things that you want to happen with your money, an exact number, a measurement. Okay. You have to quantify it. You don't have to just say, well, I just want more. Saying I want more isn't enough. You have to be more intentional with what you want. And just saying it is powerful because the power um, of life and death is in our tongue, meaning what we speak, it comes from the abundance of our heart. And if we're speaking negative things over our lives and over the lives of people around us, then we're tearing them down and we're causing it to fail. But the next step after speaking it is also take your pen to paper and start writing those things down. Start making it simple to understand. For example, if you want to build an emergency fund, which is where we are right now in our journey, building that emergency fund, don't just say, well, I want more. I just want enough so I can sleep well. You have to give it a number. Like if $10,000 is your number, say, I want a $10,000 emergency fund. And then you start breaking it down. If you want to have a better relationship with your children, you can't just say, well, I wish we would talk more. You have to write that vision out. You have to make it so clear that it doesn't matter if it sounds silly or if it feels silly. You have to make it clear. I want to have daily 15-minute conversations with my teenager so that I can affect change in his and her or her life. That's how detailed I'm talking, like very clear, very straightforward. We're going to talk about the money part first, but those are just some ideas that came off the top of my head. Tara says she's eating popcorn. Okay. Desiree's not eating yet. It's early, right? Where you are. It's not lunchtime yet. Hey, Martika. How are you? Okay. So, don't just say, oh, I want more. I need to have more. Quantify it and give me just a second. Let me close a door and turn off the fan. I hope you guys can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me clearly. Please let me know if I'm skipping at all, if I need to adjust anything. So I'm going to play this music and be right back because I need to close this window. So this is what I meant about real life over here. Give me just a minute. Okay, I'm back. Crystal, I haven't seen you in a while. How are you? Bless you. Oh, okay. It's 11:11 there. So yeah, you won't have lunch just yet. What time do you normally take lunch? Do you really? It's my favorite song. I've been thinking about taking it off, but then I just like it so much. Oops, it's charging my phone. So let me put it over here. I have my Bible next to me because, again, I didn't prepare as quickly as I wanted to, but I have some scriptures that I want to share. And in case I forget where they are, I'm going to open it up and just share it with you. Because, again, this is a lot of faith-based. You can't write your vision if you don't have faith that you'll see it come to pass or you'll see it come to fruition. You have to be willing to put your faith out there. Make sure your faith is saying, I got this, I can do this, and I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I can see my family in a wealthier place. And again, like I said in the very beginning, it's not just about saying, I want more, I want a lot, I want to be wealthy, I want to be skinny, or I want to be beautiful, or, you have to quantify it. You have to express or measure the quantity of the thing that you want. And I don't know if I said hey to you, Mandy. Hi, Mandy. Thank you so much for showing up. And I got your card today. Maybe I should open it. Should I open it? Because I went to my P.O. box and this was there this morning. So let me know if I should open it now or should I wait and do it offline. So, and thank you for sending me the happy mail. Hi, Angel. All right. Can you guys tell me in the comments, do you practice writing out your vision or writing out what you want to see happen in your life? And not just for your life, but for your money as well. Let me know in the comments. And for those of you who are just coming in, please let me know what you're eating for lunch. I'm eating a salad. Okay, I'm opening up Mandy's Happy Meal. She sent me some savings challenges. Oh, and some money too. Okay. And she wrote inside, put $5 in dates. I'm going to put it in my dates envelope for sure. Thank you, Mandy. She sent me Lincoln. He's on the penny and he's on the $5 bill. I like this heart that you sent me, the paper clip. This is really cute. And if you don't know, Mandy is very fun. She has such an infectious laugh. If you have not watched her channel, please go and watch her on YouTube. Follow her on Instagram. Every time she does a video and she laughs, I start to laugh too. It's just really fun. I will not read the inside. I'll read that to myself, but I love handwritten notes. And thank you so much. And she sent me some savings challenges. So this is cute. There's a bloom into savings. And then there is saving for pause. That's really cute. Thank you. I'm going to use these on Tasha's money and stuff. This is so nice of you. Thank you. I can't wait. I'm going to put this $5 in dates. I'm going to do it. I'll record the video on Friday, but you probably won't see it until next week. Thank you. Okay, so I asked the question, if you write your vision, if you have practiced that. Okay, CB says no. And let me see. Crystal says no. Let me see who else answered. Tara says yes, but usually just once or twice a year. Okay. Desiree says, when I do write, them, I tend to sit them to the side, and next thing you know, it's a year later. So you forget about it. So maybe one of the things you can do is set a reminder on your calendar, whether you use a digital one, a physical one. I think you use physical. I see you on your channel. You use pen and paper. Write down a date every quarter just to sit down and revisit your goals, which is directly attached to your vision. If you have a certain vision, meaning a way you want your life to go, then you can break them down into goals. And maybe you can set a date once every quarter to sit down and look at it again, just so you can make sure that you're still working towards that vision, right? That's just some advice. I would do that. I write things down every single day. I have a master list of things that I want to see, things that God has shown me, and I'm going to revisit that, because I feel like, for me personally, the more I write them down, the more I write down steps and goals, the more I write down prayers even, I just reignite that fire to pursue what I want to see and what I'm expecting to happen. So it's not just I wrote it once and that's what it is, and it will magically just happen. Because faith without works, without doing the work, is dead. It means it's not alive. Nothing is happening, right? So it's like wanting water from the faucet, and you want it. You have faith that the water can come from the faucet, and it will, or the well, or the pitcher, whatever. But unless you physically turn on that pipe, or you open that cap on that bottle, or you release that lever, nothing is coming out. So your faith without works is dead. It's not going to work unless you work it. I'm smiling because I'm seeing people drop off, but I don't care. So if you came today because of me, I appreciate you. If you came today because of the title of this live, I appreciate that, because that means you do have something that you're working towards, or you do want to get some inspiration for setting up your goals and writing your vision for your life. I mean, you can just say, oh, I'm going to get a sheet of paper, or I'm going to open up a Word document, and I'm going to start typing out things that I see and that I want. But it has to be connected to something greater than you, which means if you believe that God has created you for something amazing, then you're going to go for it, right? And you're going to be able to write down, set up goals that are directly connected to something that's even greater than where you are right now. Does that make sense? I think that's also extremely important to follow up on what you've written so you don't forget. This is what I thought, this is what I saw, this is what I heard, this is what I felt, and I'm going for it. So one of the scriptures that I sit on and I stand on is that the Lord God has given us the power to get wealth, right? Over here on Mind Your Money, we talk about generational wealth. We talk about leaving a legacy, hence legacy builders. We are doing it for our grandchildren. We're not just doing it for ourselves, we're doing it so we can actually build a legacy. We want our children and our grandchildren to grow up with integrity, with a sense of purpose, with knowing that you do not have to rob Peter to pay Paul. You don't have to live and be stuck in poverty. And I'm sorry, I stopped because they said there was Caesar dressing in here, but I ain't got no dressing, so I have to get my own. There is no dressing on this salad. We want to ignite a fire within our children so that they can ignite a fire in their grandchildren, that you are not going to be living beneath the privilege that God has given you. He gave you the power to get wealth. He gave you the power of life and death in your tongue. And once you have the ability to write or to think, then you can write that vision out and you can start seeing it manifest. There's something very powerful about writing it down and speaking it out that calls it forth into manifest, right? We still have a part to play in that role, in our vision. And that's the part that I think most people forget. You've got to make it something continual. Not that you're always writing something down and something new is happening every week, every month, but you're revisiting that vision and you're starting to get very detailed. Again, quantifying the amounts that you want to save, quantifying the amount of money you want invested, quantifying the amount of homes you want to buy for people or homes you're going to buy for yourself, quantifying the amount of places you want to visit, countries you want to go to, continents you want to see. Where are you going to travel? When? How long? How far? You've got to get very specific. I think that's important. Let me read some of the comments. Mandy says, I do write my vision for money on what I do that month. And that's your budget, right? That's your spending plan. That's your savings goals every single month. I do mine every week, but I also look at my budget pretty much every single day because I'm very meticulous about how we track our spending too, because that is connected to the budget. That tells me how much money we have that we can save, that we can invest, that we can give, not just to others and to charity, but to our children, to other. How can we not visit it how can we get to the budget, or how can we get to the vision if we're not budgeting, if we're not checking on it, if we're not sharing it with our spouse, our partner, our accountability partner, if we're not looking at it on a regular basis? And I'm a little bit behind. So tell me what was a good idea. I'm having a tough time saving within a small budget. Sharon, I don't know if I've spoken to you before, but every budget probably starts small. Ours started very small. One of the first things my husband and I did was set up an automatic transfer from our checking to our savings account of $5. We didn't even have a budget when we started that. That's just where we started. We have to save and we have to do something. So start with that small amount, even if it's $1, Sharon. If you make it automatic, it's like you set it and forget it. And then you create your budget or you work your budget from there, knowing that you have one automatic transfer going to a savings account and you're not, that's like, you don't even see it. You can't touch it. You just let that grow until you can start to find places within your budget where you can eliminate an item for a while, a line item, or you can reduce spending in an area for a little while. It doesn't have to be forever, just so that you can start seeing some of your savings grow, because everybody can save. I try to be very transparent with our budget on the channel, and I've been doing it for about 4 years now, because even if job loss, even if pay cuts, whatever, even if just life happens and you had to cash flow some very big or important, life happenings, life situations, you can still find something somewhere to save, even if it's pennies, change in a jar. Mandy, I don't know if you were here from the beginning. Mandy sent me some happy mail from Mandy's budgeting journey, and she sent me some low income savings challenges like these. And you don't need to buy these, but these are things you can do on a weekly basis or whenever you get paid and say, you know what, I'm going to choose an amount to save. Maybe I'll save $1 this week and $5 the next. Whatever you can do, wherever you can start there. And trust me, it all does start to add up. Oh my goodness. And you know what, Tara, the 12-week year, I don't know how that's been going for you because I haven't seen a video in a while. But that's a good strategy to use. Breaking down your year into a simple 12 weeks and start attacking those goals. Because if you, again, you have a vision, my vision, a part of my vision is bigger than just those 12 weeks, but there are steps. They're like small steps leading up to that thing. I want to redecorate my house. I don't know. Maybe the ultimate goal is I want to sell this and be able to move to another country. And then you set up small goals to how you're going to get there. Because if you're going to declutter, you got to start with one room at a time, right? Or one drawer at a time, or one closet at a time. But you break that down. I think we're talking about the vision on a very small level, but in my mind, I'm thinking the greater picture, the huge picture. Like, is my life, am I philanthropic enough? Do I give enough? Am I going to give extravagantly? Am I going to give abundantly? And if I'm going to do that, how am I going to do it? Do I want to have $1 million net worth so that I can give a set amount each month to charity or to family? Or am I building homes for people? Like, your vision is really huge, right? But again, we have to quantify it. We have to make it measurable, because that's the only way we're going to actually get there. Not just saying, I want to have a clean house. I want to have $1 million. What are we really going for? And whatever it is you see, whatever it is you want, speak it, and speak it every day, and speak things connected to that big thing that you want, whatever it is. If it's in your head right now, if it's in your heart and you're saying, oh yeah, this is what I want, then start speaking things that are positive, that are moving towards that. And remember that the word is very true. Write the vision and make it plain. The power, the life and death is in the power of the tongue. Your tongue itself is powerful to either speak blessings or speak cursings, to speak life or to speak death. And what are we saying about our vision? What are we saying about the goals that we want? What are we saying about our budget? What are we saying about our money? What are we saying about the job that we work or the business that we want? What are we saying about the products that we create? What are we saying about the spouse that we have or the friends that we have? What are we saying about our children? We have to be very strategic and very careful that we're saying things and we're writing things that are going to affect change in a positive direction. None of us are perfect. We're all a work in progress. We're being changed and cleaned up and perfected daily, but we haven't reached that level yet. We're all working on it. When I stick to my to-do list goals, I feel good. It's those in between moments that I waver. Like in between pay periods, I'm ADHD about not making money moves. I have to read that. I'm ADHD about not making money moves. Okay, well, congratulations. Most people are doing zero, and doing a monthly savings of $20 works. I hope if you, I don't know if you're doing it in cash or if you're using doing it digitally, but a high yield savings account could help boost that a little bit for you. And that is a good savings. For me, I'm going crazy because I want to save up $1,000 for my emergency fund and future savings twice before winter's holiday pop up. Okay, then you're on the right path. How long do you want to give yourself? And don't doubt that you can't do it, because there are so many different ways that you can earn money. It takes some effort, it takes some work. Remember, faith without works is dead. You can say, I want this, but you've got to put that work in too. My friend Nija, I don't know if she's here. She's budgeting the bacon on YouTube. I don't know if you follow her, and she's also on Instagram. She's like one of the app queens, and she's cashing out on different apps, maybe every week, every month. There are certain ways that you can earn extra money that you can use to put aside for your savings without having to like work another part-time job or something like that. But you've got to activate your faith too. You got to say, look, I want this, and this is what I'm doing, and I'm going for it. And try to keep your focus on that, because if you just say it and then you start doubting and you start feeling fearful and you say, oh, I can't do this, then you're already voiding that whole vision, that whole goal. So start to speak positive about it. Write it down, make it clear. I'm going to save $20 a month. And then maybe next month I'll up it to $21 a month, and then $22, and then keep building from there so that you can have what you need. Let me go. Hey, Paula. I'm trying to catch up on the comments, but I think sometimes it's the small things that get us to the bigger picture. It's exactly right. Small steps to larger goals. We have to be able to give when we have little in order to give big. P.S. I've been decluttering. Yeah, I have not decluttered in like 2 weeks. So you're doing better than me right now. But I'm trying. I'm getting rid of things, but I'm not necessarily decluttering. And that's true. If you're faithful over the little things, the small things, you'll be faithful over the bigger things. I said it last week. If you can give $10 with your little $100, then you can give $100 when you have 1,000, and so on and so forth, and just multiply it. If you can be faithful with 100, you can be faithful with 1,000 and increase. My friend D is here. How are you? I haven't seen you in so long. Hey, D. Exactly. And I think I said that too. Yeah. $1 a day, a week, and watch it build up. And I would, my opinion, having a high yield savings account helps too. Capital One, Markets by Goldman Sachs, Ally, there are other banks, online banks that you can use that will give you a competitive interest rate, so that at least your money can be working for you while you're doing other things. Hey, Tara, you mentioned 12-week. I think there's an audio book of the 12-week year on YouTube, right? You can listen to it for free. There are so many saving. I think you meant goals. I can look up, which is $1 a day or $20 a month, I believe. If I can just follow, everything will come through before the fall hits. I think you're already on the right path, Sharon. You can do it. You got this. You're already consistent with it. Oh, I wrote something down. I typed it out actually, and it's in my phone. So let me check my notes, because sometimes I get good ideas, and if I don't have my pen handy, or if I can't write it down, I open up my notes app and I type it in. Here's some things that can be related to speaking life over your vision, speaking life over your money. Being an intentional saver, not just someone who says, okay, yeah, I'm going to save this money today, and then you don't do it next week. Be intentional. Sharon, you are an intentional saver. You are putting your money aside to work for you in the future, but just stick with it. Being a consistent budgeter. Being a consistent saver is also another way, not just intentional as a saver, but intentional as a budgeter as well. Intentional, just keep at it. It's not something where it's like you're working so hard and you're tired. I think some people view budgeting and expense tracking and all these savings challenges as something that's tiresome, that's overwhelming, it's too much. But the reality is it doesn't have to be. It's just that consistency. You're working the vision for your life. You're working the vision for your money. If your goal is to have $1,000 by, let's say, end of October or November, then you keep working it. Keep saving that money. Keep finding more ways to save and keep yourself motivated in between paydays, in between the time that the last automatic transfer comes and the next automatic transfer is supposed to hit. Daily, you can sit down and just write that vision out or write those goals out, write your wins out and speak them to yourself, speak them to whoever your partner is. Being an intentional budgeter is what I'm trying to do. I got paid yesterday and had my budget all planned, and I decided to switch it up today so I can pay more towards this car principal versus saving more. If your focus is debt repayment, if your focus is to attack that principle, then do it, sis. Do it. One of the things that's hard for me right now is I talked to you guys truthfully on Tuesday with not having as much in the emergency fund as I wanted us to have. But we have to look at it like maybe we have to be more intentional about what we're putting towards it now. I've already written out my June budget, but I might have to revamp it too, just so that I can include more money going towards the emergency fund. I'm going to take a bite, you guys. Mm-hmm. Keep being persistent. Because, okay, I don't know how you're going to receive this, but I'm going to say it because whoever needs to hear it, needs to hear it. For the last, I want to say maybe a week and a half, I've been reading in the book of Joshua. Again, I am a Christian, so I do read the word of God. I read the Bible. And I've been reading this, and Joshua basically takes over in leading the sons of Israel into the promised land that God promised them after Moses died. And Joshua probably had some hangups because he was younger. Moses was the leader for such a long time, and now he's dead and he has to move on. And God gives him instructions, very specific instructions on what to tell the people that he's leading and what the goal is. Where are we going? What are we going to expect to see? What's going to happen when we get there? And what do we need to do so that we can actually take the land and get it? He gave Joshua the vision. But one of the first things that the Lord said to Joshua when he was taking over as Moses' successor is to be courageous. Be courageous. Meaning you have to be bold. You have to be focused. You have to stay in that place of momentum because it's not going to be easy. He was talking about taking over an entire city where people are already living there. There's already people there. They're established. They have a huge wall surrounding the city. They have weapons. They have numbers. There's lots of them. How are we going to overtake them? You know, you have to be courageous. You have to be bold, and you have to stick to the plan. There was one part that I read today, actually this morning, where the sons of Israel, they didn't stick to the plan. They did something that they shouldn't have done, and it messed them up. When they tried to take over another section, another city, they got destroyed. They got beat up because they didn't follow the plan. So once you know it, it's written down or it's in your mind and you're speaking it, you're actually going to do what you need to do to get there. You can't just say, oh, this is not a magic trick. When I'm saying writing the vision, and the Bible says write the vision and make it plain, it's not you're going to write it and then everything's just going to fall into place and it's just going to happen without you having to do anything. It's not going to happen by osmosis. It's going to actually take some effort on your part. And a part of that is staying positive and staying focused on that, because that's what you need to do. If your vision is I'm saving $1,000 by November, then that's your vision. You're focused on that, and everything you do from now on, when you're dealing with your money and your saving, is for that purpose. I hope I didn't go off too much. Sharon, do you have Merrifield and Fetch? And I bought in all the first two. You just scan receipts for points that you can cash out for gift cards. Yep. I have some links in my description box. I have a code. If you want to use if you want to use if you want to use Tara's Merrifield code, you could do that. I have Ibotta, I have Fetch, I have Receipt Hog. All of those are listed in my description box. I don't know if it's going to be under this live right now, but if you do sign up, if you download any of these apps and you use the codes that we give you, you'll get a little bonus. I think Merrifield is like $2. So you get, I think, 2,000 points, which is equivalent to $2. If you use Fetch, I think they're giving 500 points right now towards a free gift card. You know, using those codes help you. Even before, some of them will give you the credits even before you snap your first receipt. But just make sure you snap receipts for things that you buy based on what's in the app, and you can start redeeming gift cards as soon as you hit their threshold. Dead to None. Oh my gosh, I was thinking about you today. How are you, Kim? I haven't seen a video from you in a while, and I don't know if it's YouTube, being shisty again, not sharing when you post, but I haven't seen a video in a while. So how are you? It's Kim. Hey, Kim. We are talking about our faith, writing a vision for your life and money. I've already mentioned things that I think most people already know, that when you're writing a vision, it's not just about I want more out of life. I want more from my money. I want more money, but you have to quantify it. You have to set your vision, write your vision, speak your vision, and speak positive about it. And don't just write it somewhere and leave it in a book where you don't revisit it, because in order for you to see the vision manifest or come to pass, you have to be consistently looking at it, consistently speaking life over it, because that's important. I'm doing good. This is a lunchtime live, and I'm actually eating my lunch today. I usually ask people when they come in, what are you eating? Just to hang out for a little bit and hopefully bring some encouragement to the community. You're so sweet, Queen. Thank you. And some things are easy to say. It's easy to say, well, the first step is you save up $1,000 or you pay off all your debt. It's easy to say, my vision is to become a millionaire by the time I'm 50. But you've got to be relentless in pursuit of that vision Just as much as you wrote it down, you speak about it, you say, I want this, and you're very clear and you're affirming yourself. The work doesn't stop just because you wrote it down. The work doesn't stop just because you said a few affirmations one morning or the night before the ball drops or before the first of the month when you get paid. We've got to be persistent and relentless in our pursuit of the things that we want. If God gives you a vision, God gives you instructions, you wrote it, you memorized it, you can speak it frontwards and backwards, you still have to continue to do the work because life is going to happen. Things are going to come up, temptations and all kinds of distractions, but you're going to be focused with your vision. You're going to be focused on that because nothing should pull you back so far that you don't get to reach for what you're reaching for. Mary Fields. I'm opening the app right now so I can see. I don't know if you can see it because my phone is so bright. I like Merrifield actually. My code is 6. I'm writing it in the comments, 6NCBY5. That is for Merrifield. And I'll put it on the screen. Shalise. Hugs, 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 hugs. Big, 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 big hugs. How are you? I just posted it. I hope that's clear. I hope you can see it. You are so sweet. Now, if you were not writing your vision before, if you weren't writing down the goals for your life, not just the little things, I'm talking about those big things that it's so big that either it would kind of scare you a little bit because it's way bigger than you think you could have ever thought. If you haven't done it before, are you going to do it now going forward? Are you going to sit down, take the time to write it out, be specific, quantify that thing, and despite all of the stuff that goes on around you, are you going to pursue it with everything? Because I can tell you, it is easy to give up and to just, dust your shoulders off, wash your hands and say, I can't do this because life is too hard or this is too much. Are you going to now continue and do the things that might seem a little bit scary? It might feel like I can't do this. Are you going to say no? If you got the vision, if you got instruction from the Lord to do this thing, then why would you need to be afraid? I want to see us breaking out of that limitation of I can't do this and this is too much. I can't start a business. I can't make $1 million. I can't create $1 million. Yes, you can. It's your vision, it's your life. The only limitations that we have are the limitations that we place on ourselves. Okay. I don't know how to pin it. Yes, I'm doing well, and I'm glad to hear you're doing well. Thank you. 6NCBY5. We don't get to moms, we don't get to take long breaks and say we're just going to give up because we have other people depending on us, right? And I felt like for a long time that, or for a little, not a long time, but for a little while now, I've been feeling like I'm not getting to see some of the things I want to see for my children. But the thing is, what are we speaking about the situation to see it differently? Because if we're just complaining, if we're just calling out all these negative things and we're not focused on speaking life over it and speaking life to them, then of course we're not going to see much change. It takes faith, but it also takes action to see the things that you want to happen with your life, with your family, with your money come to fruition. And a lot of times I felt like budgeting before, 2019, when we started our journey, I was like, money comes and money goes. I just never have enough to make ends meet. The name of the app is Merryfield. I'll type it into the comments. Merryfield. I wish somebody would go live with me. I think that would be interesting too. Because I just think it would be fun. If you'd ever like to do a live with me, or I think YouTube has this go live together where you can schedule it at the same exact time. I think that would be fun. I think so too. There are times when we get to a place on our journey where something happened and we just need that extra encouragement, or maybe we share ideas and just bring some life and some light into someone else's life. To me, that's a big way to give back, to give some positivity, and not just that fake rah rah, kind of positive. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about real life. I know it's hard. I know you feel like you might give up. I know you feel like you can't make it, but come on, sis, bro, you can. I know you have to do some things in the background. You might have to do some really hard things. You might have to go on a fast from social media for a while. You might have to say no to certain frills in your budget. And do you know what I mean by frills? Like fancy things that you do every week or every month, but maybe you might have to cut that. Sometimes it's those hard truths that we need to hear just to push us out of our comfort zone a little bit more and go out a little further and say, okay, I can do this. And some people are afraid and they're not moving forward even to the next step because of fear, and sometimes the fear is coming from inside of you and sometimes it's coming from somebody else around you. And maybe if we come together and we start speaking that life and that positivity into you, it will light a fire or reignite the fire to keep on going, to keep moving. Hey, I haven't seen you in a while. I would love that. What's your, well, I guess we could talk offline, but Thursdays I usually can come on between 12:05 and 1:05. I give myself at least an hour before I have other things going on. But anytime you would like to do it, please reach out to me because I'm working from home. And so I pretty much have a fluid schedule now. I'm not like, clocking in and clocking out. Although I do clock in and clock out. It's not a rigid schedule for me. And I really want it to be encouraging and I really want it to be uplifting because sometimes, you just need that. I'm not as funny and as, goofy, at least not in the public eye, but I definitely want to be encouraging. I did my June budget and I may have to revamp it because, again, I just want to see us putting a little more towards the emergency fund. Let's do it. I'm going to type my email in here. I don't know if you've emailed me before. I don't remember, but I would do it with you. We can brainstorm and come up with a time to just get some people fired up on their journey again. You know. So that is it. I didn't have much else after that. I was just waiting to see what comments are coming through on the live broadcast because I like hearing from you guys. And I, like to know what you're thinking and where you are. So write your vision, make it plain, put it on your heart, put it in a place where it can't be lost. It's yours. It's not your neighbors. It's not your sisters. It's not your best friends. It's yours. And hold on to it and speak life to it. And don't be afraid to get your hands, work your apps. Okay. Part-time job it, cut some things out of the budget if you need to. And again, these are temporary things. This is not like your whole life has to be like this, but try something new, something different that can help you reach your goals, but keep your vision at the forefront, right? Put it on your heart, put it on your mirror, get a big board somewhere if you can in your house and put it there, or write it on a sheet of paper and tape it to your bedroom mirror or your bathroom mirror or wherever you're going to frequent. So every time you see it, you can speak. You say, I am going to be a millionaire by 40. I am going to have $1 million net worth. I am going to buy 10 houses for, just whatever it is. Say it, speak it, and live it, so you can live your life abundantly. You don't have to live like you're afraid. You can live it well. So, bye, Tara. Have the most amazing day. Yeah. So I am going to head out. Hierarchy Finance Bureau. I put my email address in there, and I'll check you out. Maybe we can touch base so we can do a collaborating live sometime soon over the summer. So I appreciate everybody for coming out today. Sharon, I hope you got some encouragement. I hope you get to try those apps and make it work for you. All the best on your journey to that $1,000 by the fall. And everything you do it by faith, honey. Desiree, Mommy Trader, my friend Shalise. Kim, I thank you for showing up. I don't know if you're still here, but I can't wait to see a new video from you. I love your videos. I love watching your videos. I love watching you talk through the process and your feelings and, getting your budget, your savings goals, your debt repayment, getting all of that together. I just really, really enjoy it. So I can't wait to see more videos from you. And I love you all. Have a great rest of your day. And I will see. Oh, yes, please don't forget to hit the thumbs up button before you leave. Appreciate it. All right, you guys, as always, continue to mind your money, manage it well, and live your lives abundantly. Write the vision, make it plain. Don't forget it. Put it on your heart. Bye for now.